Hey YouTube, Nickel and Diamond It here again. Today we're going over the completion of the upholstering for this custom console project for the Miata. You can do this with any kind of custom upholstery that you're going to be doing. The process is pretty much the same, and you've seen it in other videos on my channel, most likely. You use some kind of a good adhesive like the 3M Super 77 or something like that. In this case, you also want to pad the surface, so I used the staple gun and that adhesive to apply this craft foam like you make kids masks out of for craft projects. They're like 99 cents a sheet, and I think it's about 18 by 12 inches or some dimension like that. Might be 24 by 12, and you can use those as simple padding and double them up to get a real decent kind of a soft touch material kind of feel like some of the newer factory interiors, and it only costs you 99 cents instead of spending hundreds on foam. So once you use the adhesive, you can then apply the adhesive again on top of the foam and apply whatever your upholstery fabric is. And sometimes it's more interesting when you do some kind of a two-tone color like I tried to do here to match the door panels. So I planned ahead and tried to pull together a whole color theme that would work well with the color set that I wanted to use. So fairly basic and pretty easy to replicate yourself, so learn from my mistakes. It's also important to point out that this console does incorporate the sub successfully, and it works actually quite well in the tight space of the Miata, so you can incorporate a sub. It's also important to remember the main design criteria of the Miata was to keep things simple and lightweight. And in keeping with that tradition, you've seen a lot of the holes that I drilled in a lot of these panels to take out some of just the bulk weight that's not required for strength in this 1/4-inch plywood that I used. In doing that, I was able to keep the entire console weight with the sub in it to about 7.5 pounds compared to the factory console, which was about 5.5 pounds by my measuring. So I really only picked up the weight of the subwoofer debatably, and in doing so I really haven't changed any of the character of the Miata, except that the sound system is a whole lot better than garbage now. Here we also get a chance to take a look at the fitment of the console between the seats, as well as just kind of how the everyday usability would be. I also sat in the passenger seat so that you could see exactly how much clearance I still have left, so I'm able to have a full-size cup holder without significantly interfering with the knee room. And you can see that the safety belts and all of the other things are not interfered with by the console. If you were trying to run much wider seats at the lumbar support area, then perhaps this kind of a console might be a clearance issue, but you want to take all of those measurements and factors into account as much as you can when you design something like this. But if you take your time, you can end up with a really nice finished product that's very useful and doesn't spill your stupid coffee every time you shift. Thank you. That's all. Please like, favorite, and subscribe for more interesting content, and share the video with friends to enjoy.